If they running their mouth, then they looking for trouble. Ran right up in the knowledge, now they back in the huddle. See, they know we can fight. New content every week. Me and Dr. Clyde keep on bringing the heat. Now they know they were driven, and they know we quitting. Yoshi and Dr. Winner keep on bringing the energy. Unity, unity, unity. See, they know we ain't stopping, and they know they got problems, and they ran out of options. If you know got a problem, can't let it go unsolved. Bring back learning, Afrocentric history, we see tomorrow. Karma's karma, I say what I say, I hear underwater. Till I see I fall off, then I bring y'all up on note. I'm back up on my Clyde winners, 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 Clyde winners. Divine winters, Clyde winters, mind benders, Clyde winters. I'm Richard, ride with ya, master teacher, create masters, Clyde winters. Give respect to the elder, Clyde winters. I feel somebody out there living for me. Yeah, I told you somebody out there looking for me. I think there's somebody out there looking for me. I think there's somebody out there looking for me.
We have to live by God. We have to live by God. I have not done wrong. I have not robbed. I have not stolen. I have not drank. I have not told lies. I have not stolen food. I was not stolen. I have not fornicated with the fornicator. I have not caused anyone to weep. I have not dissembled. I have not transgressed. I have not discussed secrets. I have brought no lawsuits. I have not wronged the population. I have not struck kill. I have not transgressed the law. I have not been hunted. Except when I'm talking about on the tongue. I have not made extolling. I have not bragged. I have not cursed. I have not been violent. I have not confounded truth. I have not been impatient. I have not cursed against
Dr. Winter's legacy is a testament to the power of knowledge and the unyielding spirit of exploration. His impact is felt worldwide, as he shares and enlightens at conferences, symposiums, and collaborative projects. His voice is a beacon in the academic world, challenging, inspiring, and always educating. His journey reminds us that the quest for knowledge is never-ending, and its impact is timeless. Dr. Winters teaches us to challenge the narratives and to learn with an open mind. As he always says, B1 is not a group, it's a lineage. Let his story inspire everybody to pursue knowledge relentlessly and to always seek the truth. Now let us welcome in the grandfather of research, the Trill OG himself, the Honorable Dr. Clyde Winters.
How's everybody doing? Tonight is the first broadcast, and what I hope to bring maybe a monthly journal. And what I'm talking about is that we have to have a think tank. I've been trying to get other people to do this, and sadly, I couldn't find people to do that. I've been trying to get our millionaire class to give thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars to Black people so that we could do a Black think tank. But do you know what? I decided that I'm not going to wait. So at least maybe at least once a month, I'm going to present a think tank, and in this think tank, I'm going to discuss the status and prospects for foundational Black Americans at a particular point in our history. Right now, this is March, so I want to talk about March affairs. I want to kind of discuss, in a sense, those elements that we need to really try to take into account, because see, we deserve, and we have now, a Black think tank. So I want to talk about the status of Black Americans at this point, at this time of the year. As of March 2025, African Americans have experienced notable demographic, social, and economic development. The African American population in the United States, an estimated 48.3 million in 2023, marking a 33% increase since 2000. This group now represents 14.4% of the nation's total population. The foundational Black American community is diverse, comprising individuals who identify as Black alone or in combination with other racial categories, including those who are Hispanic. Notably, over 5 million Black Americans were foreign-born in 2023, accounting for approximately 11% of the Black population, up from 7% in 2000. This is what we're talking about, in the sense is that many of our immigrant, Black people have not, in a sense, really been trying to understand or trying to join us, but there has been an increase. And this increase was only made possible by foundational Black Americans. Yes, it's us who've been able, in a sense, to make it possible for these Black people to come to the United States and have a place to feed off, because see, they fled their home countries, and because they fled their home countries, they have to come here, and they come here because it's a safe place. Yes, we've made America a safe place for all of the Black people on the planet, because the fact, in a sense, is that we fought for justice, we fought for rights and liberation. No, granted, we haven't got full representation. We don't really have, in a sense, full equity, but at least, in a sense, we're fighting for those things. But what are some of the economic indicators that are taking place? In 2023, the median household income for non-Hispanic Black Americans was $53,789, compared to $83,121 for non-Hispanic whites. The median net worth of Black families stood at $44,900, while white families had a median net worth of $285,000. This is highlighting a significant wage gap. Yes, a significant wage gap exists between foundational Black Americans and, in a sense, the dominant population. This wage gap exists because the fact, in a sense, is that they've been able to monopolize the economy. They've also, in a sense, successfully been able to keep us from being able to develop independent programs, business opportunities, and things like that. This March in 2023, the unemployment rate for Black adults was 6.1% in 2022, higher than the 3.2% rate for white adults. Additionally, 6.9% of non-Hispanic Black families were living in poverty, compared to 5.9% of non-Hispanic white families. Home ownership. Home ownership rates among African Americans have remained relatively flat since the 1970s. In the first quarter of 2021, 45.1% of African Americans own their homes, compared to 65.3% of white Americans. The disparity underscores ongoing challenges in achieving financial stability and wealth accumulation through property ownership. Black-owned employer businesses experience growth, increasing from 2.2% of all employer businesses in 2017 to 3.2% in 2022. Despite this progress, representation remains below the 14.4% share of the United States population that Black Americans constitute. This means, in a sense, that we have to get together. We have to put more money together and be able, in a sense, to get these businesses started. As of 2023, 88.8% of non-Hispanic Black Americans aged 25 or older had earned at least a high school diploma, compared to 94.4% of Hispanic whites. Additionally, 26.2% of non-Hispanic Black Americans held a bachelor's degree or higher, while the figure for non-Hispanic whites was 40% held. Life expectancy at birth for Black Americans was 72.8% in 2022, lower than that of other racial and ethnic groups except for American Indians and Alaskan Natives. Furthermore, 8.5% of non-Hispanic Black Americans lacked health insurance coverage, compared to 5.1% of non-Hispanic whites. Political representation for African Americans has reached historic levels. As of February 2025, there are over 10,000 Black elected officials nationwide, including 1 Black governor, 5 Black United States senators, 62 members of the Congressional Black Caucus, and 143 Black mayors. This growth in political leadership reflects significant progress since 1970. Then there was only 1,469 Black elected officials. While African Americans have made substantial advancements in various domains, significant disparities persist in income, wealth, employment, education, health, and ownership. Continued efforts are essential to address these significant holdovers. Yes, this is the status of foundational Black Americans in March 2025. As I said earlier, is that we need this think tank. I appreciate that you guys have been able to join me. Thank you so much for joining me at this time. I hope that you'll look at this video several times, because this is the think tank for March 2025. And in a sense, we're going to send more of these think tanks. Let's see some comments. Karen Vincent says, "What up, though?" You see, and I'd like to thank those other people that have joined us, because see, it is only if we fight, it is only if we stick together, it is only if we do everything we can to make sure that we further our progress and ensure that Black people are represented, fairly and accurately. But this can only come about by what? Can only come about by fighting. Yes, fighting. A lot of people, they get upset and they say, damn, you Black Americans, you foundational Black Americans are always fighting. You're always talking about fighting. Sorry to say, but that's the only way you get stuff in America. America is not a place where you're going to become successful just by sitting on the fence. No, you become successful by getting out there and doing everything you can to make sure that you can have economic and political stability. And that's why I've set up this think tank. Again, this short tape is just an introduction to the Uthman Dan Fodio think tank. I'm going to present this think tank on a regular basis so you can see where we stand. Because when you know where we stand, you know what we have to do. And when you know what we have to do, it can only bring about success. You see, and just like Karen says, stick together and stop complaining about what they have. Yes, don't worry about what white folks have. You see, because it doesn't matter what they got. You see, we know that we can do better. We know that we had Black Wall Street. We had other beautiful in a sense situations, economic situations, towns, cities, things like that. So we know that they can't really stop us. They can provide impediments, but they can't really stop us. So that means, in a sense, is that given our status, given the economic situation today, there is much opportunity for us to move forward. There's considerable opportunity for us to make a difference and make a great difference. And what we can do is that with this difference, we can make it possible, in a sense, to be able to get ourselves in a situation where we can produce. And we are producing, but it'll take more, and it'll take you, it'll take me, it'll take us. It'll take all of us understanding that progress can only come from fighting. Progress can only come from using our monies to support Black businesses, using our money, in a sense, to make sure that we get people into, things like that. Kakuba Fat says, question, Dr. Wins, what are your thoughts about the latest pyramid findings? The large coral columns on the pyramids. Thank you for your work. My opinion is that this is just further evidence of our great civilization. But see, what people have to understand is that even in terms of the history of ancient Egypt, it's been hidden from us. And the reason it's been hidden from us is because when you study ancient Egyptian history, when you see the great things the Egyptians accomplished, when you see the great things that the Egyptians did, then you can only say that the only people that have ever existed in history that can match the intellectualism, the creativity, and our inventions is even further. It has to be foundational Black Americans, because it's foundational Black Americans, in a sense, who have been able to surpass the ancient Egyptians. Yes. We are the only ones, in a sense, that have been able to surpass the ancient Egyptians. Karen says, that's a documentary about the Kush Black people. Yes, the Kush Black people were great for their time. But the greatest people on the planet Earth today are foundational Black Americans. And the thing is that we need to know this, we need to fight for this, and we need to make sure that more and more people understand the importance of knowing our status. Because, see, I'm going to present this think tank. It'll be on different topics. This time the think tank was on economics. I'll have other think tanks that I'm going to come up, because we're going to have to get people started to think about where we are and what we can do. Because it's by going through these processes of trying, in a sense, to look at our present situation and thinking about ways to get around it. Yes. You think about these Black businesses, and then you say, what about these Black businesses? There's a few Black businesses. Why aren't there more? The reason there's not more is because we don't really understand how we used to do it in the past. In the past, Black people would get together, maybe 20, 30, maybe 40 Black people. They would contribute $100 a month. They would just contribute $100 a month. And so then, let's say if 10 of you contribute $100 a month, at the end of that month, that $1,000 that came from the 10 of you would be given to a member of the group. You see, then the next month, another member of the group will get $1,000, and the following month, another, and another, and another, and another. Can you imagine? You see, that if just 10 of you put together $100 once a month, by the end of the year, do you know how much money that you'll have? You'll have, in a sense, $12,000. $12,000. See? Or $10,000 a year. See? And then you could take that $10,000 and you could use that into a business, or you could further your education, or do something else with it. But just 10 of you, if just 10 of you will get together, and 10 of you would get together and put $1,000 every month into a fund, and that fund would be given each month to a member of the group. We're talking about developing economic resources. We're talking about developing, in a sense, an economic foundation, you see. But again, this is the March 2025 think tank on the economics of Black Americans. You guys have a great evening. You guys take care, and remember, it's only through fighting that we will get justice. It's only through fighting, in a sense, that we will be able to ensure that we are supported and not frustrated. Frustration comes from not really trying to apply yourself and not speaking up. Yes. Speak up. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. Yes. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do.
If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. Empire stay bright on your fears and stay away. Vampire stay bright on your fears. Control your atmosphere. Don't let them take your energy. Control your atmosphere. I am you. Control your atmosphere. Don't take your energy. Don't let them suck your energy. It's a distraction away from me. I am you and you are me. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. If you're not going to speak up, support the ones who do. Nobody but yourself. Don't follow. I said nobody but yourself. Don't follow. Nobody but yourself. Don't follow yourself. Nobody. Yourself. Nobody but yourself.
The only thing that can save you is be one. To fight Cage, you must stay black first.